Welcome back everyone to your stimulus update for today. Now in this video we have breaking developments, breaking news surrounding Social Security, specifically great news for Social Security recipients potentially. If this does go through and eventually passes, this could mean more money in your pocket. So let's talk about the breaking news coming this week. And stay tuned, we'll dive right in. But before we get started, as always, you guys know the drill, you know the protocol by now. Make sure that you give this video a massive loud thumbs up. Go ahead and do that for me, I would appreciate that. Just to help that YouTube algorithm, it does support me and my channel, and it's free to do so. If you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button, as well as that little notification bell as well. And that little bell will just notify you each and every single time we do post a brand new video, upload a brand new update, or go live right here on this channel. The last two videos were actually live, so if you didn't catch them, you probably didn't have notifications turned on. Those links will always be down below in the description of this video if you didn't catch those lives. And we'll be doing next cash giveaway when we do 20,000 subscribers. 20K is the next cash giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed. You're not going to miss that. Might as well get that out of the way now in case you forget. So without further ado, let's get started and dive right in. So it goes without saying that the income from Social Security and federal benefits is not always enough to cover living costs, especially these days with massive inflation and surging prices. That's not a surprise. So a bill that has been reintroduced this week by Congress could aim to increase your Social Security benefits. Millions of Americans are at risk of falling into poverty, if not already at the poverty level. So a proposal called the Social Security Enhancement and Protection Act, we have covered it a few times on this channel. It has been put forward by Wisconsin Representative Gwen Moore this week, according to reports. Representative Moore said in a statement, quote, "It's only right that I commemorate the 86th anniversary of Social Security by reintroducing the Social Security Enhancement and Protection Act, which would strengthen this crucial program so many rely on." She went on to say, "We can make this program work better for the Americans who stand to benefit the most from it, including women, people of color, and low-wealth people." Now, according to the Congresswoman, the bill would recognize every year spent towards childcare as a year of coverage for determining an individual's Social Security benefits, and it would renew support for students who are children of retired, deceased, or disabled workers. The bill would also improve the program's special minimum benefit to better reach low-income workers and increase benefits for all beneficiaries 20 years after retirement, so that way individuals don't outlive their savings. Now, there are some hurdles and obstacles in the way, and unfortunately, passing new Social Security legislation might be out of reach, at least for now. According to an analyst, one issue is how well poverty is actually addressed in the legislation. Only new beneficiaries might be able to access the higher minimum benefits, and the 20-year bump might be biased towards higher income individuals because they tend to live longer. Additionally, Social Security's trust funds only have about 10 years left. We actually talked about this 2 years ago on this channel when I was talking about how to actually build up your portfolio and stock portfolio, and I was talking about how it's important to invest your money because you can't only rely on Social Security and the federal government, at which point benefits might be reduced. And according to the analyst, they really said, quote, "It's really a debate in the Congress that we need to have, and it hasn't been happening." But overall, the bill would effectuate change, and it does have a positive net outcome. The bill would essentially improve benefits in three ways. First of all, it would update what is called the special minimum benefit, a floor for low earners, to 100% of the current poverty level. This would apply to individuals who have paid into Social Security for at least 30 years and claim benefits when they reach full retirement age, typically 66 or the age of 67, depending on when they were born. And benefits would be adjusted so that way workers with at least 10 years of work but fewer than 30 would also be eligible. So that's a great bonus. In addition, the bill calls for applying child care credits towards future program eligibility for parents of children under age 6. Those parents would receive a credit for each year a child under that age is in the home for a maximum of 5 years. That time would count towards the 30 years required for the special minimum benefit. The bill also proposes increasing monthly checks for all beneficiaries by 5% once they have been retired for 20 years. So that's quite a long time to wait if you are expecting a high paycheck the second you retire. That increase would be gradually phased in starting when beneficiaries have reached 16 years of eligibility. Student benefits would also be expanded for children of deceased and disabled workers, so that way they would be able to continue to collect money up to age 26 or as long as they are students in college or vocational schools. Currently, benefits are only paid for those children up to age 18. Moore's plan also calls for changes to help pay for the expanded benefits. That includes phasing out the Social Security payroll tax cap, which currently only applies to wages of up to $142,800. At the same time, the plan also calls for gradually raising the rate at which both employers and employees pay that tax to 6.5% from the current rate of 6.2% over 6 years. Moore also said that, quote, "My proposal would help us ensure that Social Security does what it was intended to do, protect all older Americans from spending their retirement living in deep poverty." We've also seen other Social Security proposals from Democrats that would establish a minimum floor, a minimum benefit to keep Americans out of poverty. We've seen proposals from Democratic candidates that ran for president, also other representatives in Congress. Now, it is worth noting that that minimum benefit in these other proposals would actually make it at 125% of the poverty level, not 100%. Another Senate bill actually calls for raising the monthly benefit to 100% of the federal poverty level, which would result in a 31% income boost, much higher than COLA has ever paid. The fact is that no matter which way, shape, or form Social Security reform happens, whether it's one bill or another, from one Congress member to another, from even a president of the United States and their plan, the fact is it is much more substantial than what we were doing now. Compared to what's being paid out now, we would eliminate poverty and we would provide the much needed relief to so many millions of Americans who are at risk of falling into poverty, and this would provide a lifeline to them no matter which way we reform Social Security, no matter which path we go towards and go through with any of the bills that have been put forth. It would be much, much better than the way COLA is calculated now and the benefits that people are receiving right now. With the soaring cost of living and skyrocketing housing prices and everything from the gas that you pay at the pump to the groceries that you buy at the supermarket, the fact is that the current Social Security rate at how it's paid now does not cover nearly enough. Yes, we are hopeful for a higher than typical COLA increase for 2022 because of the incessant inflation that has been going on, and we just saw the data that came out last month of July, and it showed that inflation continued. And so, yes, we are expecting a very high COLA increase, one that we have not seen in decades. However, it is still not enough. We need radical, drastic reform and change to how Social Security and federal benefits are paid out, and this needs to happen sooner than later, and Congress must act now. If they can talk about a $3.5 trillion budget, trillions of dollars in additional federal spending, and another multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure bill, surely they can debate a way to eliminate poverty, keep Americans out of poverty by establishing real Social Security change. And that is exactly what President Biden had promised when he was campaigning for president. Revamping Social Security has to be put in the same sentence, the same conversation, the same vernacular as stimulus and other federal spending and infrastructure. It has to be prioritized. It has to be up there. It has to be put towards the top of the list as number one, because this is exactly what the Democrats promised. We'll be watching Congress. We'll be watching the Biden administration to see if there are any other renewed calls. It's great news that this Congresswoman thought about the American people and remembered them as she was put in place and elected to do. So that's great that she reintroduced it this week, but we have to get together and we have to have a large call, a large effort in the Congress to pass this legislation and do it quickly and promptly. We'll be watching ever so carefully. We'll keep our eyes peeled. More updates and developments will follow suit. All updates can be found right here on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, as always, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I'd appreciate that. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button as well as that little notification bell as well. That little bell will notify you each and every single time we do post a brand new video. And if you want to get some free stocks, all of me, all free, go ahead and use those links down below in the description. When you do go ahead and sign up with Robinhood and or Webull, actually get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So do let me know what stocks you do get. And if you want to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram at Logan Cohn, LOGANKOHN, right there on your screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.